It's Jirard. Oh my god. Oh my god, I was just talking about him. I whirled around. Jirard was walking past me, a thick book in one hand.
Jirard.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I laughed weakly and found myself wringing my hands together. Yeah? He clearly didn't believe a word I was saying. I'm a bit scared to leave. I know that sounds pathetic, but I don't really know my way around here, so... Yeah, you look like a bit like a lost otter. A lost otter? But hey, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you until now. I've been wanting to ask you if you're... I wanted to ask if you're setting in alright. I know that transfer students don't really get introduced to the school the same way freshmen do. Are your classes okay? How's your homework load? Do you like the food? Getting along with Mai? I stuttered, unsure of which question to answer first. Everything's fine. Mai's great. Yeah, she showed me around the campus recently. It was very nice of her, but she wasn't very thorough. A grin slowly spread across Gerard's face, as if he was unwrapping a present. I can show you around if you like. I used to give tours to incoming students. If you're new, you really should get a tour. Yeah. Gerard's eyes lit up at the mere mention of a tour. I felt bad turning him down.
All right.
Great! We can start at the boys' dorm. I need to put my books away. He laughed and headed out of the library. I fell into step alongside him. Has anyone told you we don't get many transfers? It's been implied. I always wonder what new students think of every right when they think of everything right. Oh, okay. Words. I always wonder what new students think of everything right when they get here. I wish I could experience everything here for the first time again. Was your old school anything like this? Not at all. It feels more like a college campus because of the dormitories. My old high school was just a big brick building. Jirard nodded. I thought he wanted to say more, but there we were, in front of the boys' dorm. He pulled open the door for me, and once inside, he held open his hands.
Oh yeah.
This is Bluebell House. It's where the boys live. It's literally a carbon copy of the girls' dorm, except the walls are blue. Feel free to walk around, but probably don't get into any rooms. I'm gonna go drop this off. I'll be right back. He raced off to the stairwell, then took them two at a time. I got the feeling he was rushing so as to not make me wait longer than I had to, and I smiled. It made me feel cared for. There wasn't much to look at or do while I was waiting, though. I stepped to the side so as not to block the door and stretch out my neck, listening to the sounds of an action movie from a room nearby. Maybe I should wait outside? I headed for the dormitory door, but when I reached to pull it open... Oh... Is that Cat Icarus? Oh my god. The door swung open by itself, and two yellow-jacketed men stepped into the hall. I stared up at them in shock, and they looked at me the same way. Wow, pink hair, that's unique. The one on the right instantly called out my hair in a thick British accent. The other, probably the youngest student I met so far, scanned me up and down. You're the girl who sat at the normal boots table today, aren't you? You could tell? Was my presence already so well known just from sitting at their table? I wasn't sure whether to be pleased or upset, but the men in front of me were busy talking amongst themselves. I never thought they'd entertain having a girl join them. Do you think it's because of the puzzle incident? Shane would never be comfortable with someone joining up with just like that, though. They hardly know her. There must be some reason she sat with them, though. If they're planning a secret weapon, we should get back at them. Excuse me? I shouted into the middle of them, shocking even myself. I wasn't usually so loud or forward, but the way those two were bickering gave me the impression that if I didn't stop them, they'd keep going on forever. I'm right here. You can just ask me something if you're confused.
Hey.
Hey, you're right. So, are you joining the Are you joining the Normal Boots Club then, or
What?
joining? Joining the Normal Boots Club never even crossed my mind as a possibility. Wait, wasn't there that one time where she was like, "Me joining the Normal Boots Club"? Whatever. All I was thinking about was getting good with them, getting on their good side so that hopefully people wouldn't mess with me. Actually, joining the club? Was that even possible? Weren't they gamers or something? I had almost no experience with video games. There was no way I'd be able to join. Seeing my crestfallen face, the young member backtracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. We're members of the Hidden Plot Club, and the Normal Boots Club is our rival in tournaments. So we were just wondering.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person.
Yep, that's Caddy. I'm Catechris, and this is Jimmy Wetzel. You can call me Caddy for short, though. Everyone does. Everyone? Jimmy cast a knowing glance in Caddy's direction. Caddy grimaced. She's calling him Caddy already. Almost everyone. Beautiful? Thank you. Don't mind him. He tells everybody that. Because everybody is a beautiful person. Ouch.
Hey guys.
Hi, Gerald. Jirard skidded across the corner, panting as if he ran the entire way. In fact, I didn't doubt that he had. I see you met Hana. She's a new friend of ours, so be nice to her, alright?
What?
What? Would we ever be anything but nice?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time, and that was only because Shane ate my pizza. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Later, guys.
Anyways, I don't want to keep you. I was giving Hana a tour of the campus since she's new here. Well, it was nice meeting you. I hope we'll see you around more.
Bye.
It was nice meeting you. Jirard waved the pair off as they climbed the staircase, then held the door open for me again. Aw, he's such a gentleman. And we're off again. That's Azalea's Art Center. That's Azalea Art Center. Are they all... Is Azalea a flower? I think it is. There's a recording booth and lots of spare rooms for clubs to meet in. The theater's right next to it. That's where John holds the drama club and all its rehearsals. I think the student council elections are held there. And Jirard has a special event at least once a semester. Last year was a martial arts exhibition, and Jirard did kendo against other practitioners in the school. He shook his head in awe.
See what I mean?
See what I mean? He's truly talented, really. All of my friends are. I think I'm really lucky to have people like that around me. Yeah, Jirard.
Huh?
Yeah? I'm sorry. Did you have a question? No, that's alright. Great. Over there you can see Higanbana peeking out in the distance. There's a field separating us and people like to eat there. Jirard seemed a cheerful, grateful, down-to-earth kind of person. He was really going out of his way to help me out and be kind to me, and didn't even seem to realize what a big deal that was. I giggled. Something told me I shouldn't point it out. Despite that, I was truly thankful. He took me to places Mai did and more, describing everything and several past events in excruciating detail. It was a little much for a friendly tour, but having the names and locations of the buildings burned into my mind was a good thing. We ended the tour back in Poppy Hall after what seemed like hours of walking. Jirard was keen on finishing off the tour with the best place on campus. Ta-da! Here it is, the Normal Boots Club room. He pushed the door open and pointed inside. It looked like a regular room, filled with desks and some kind of toys. It's not much, but it's home to some of the happiest memories. My happiest memories. He shut the door again and dusted his hands. That was quick. There's a little closet here people use to store things too. He reached to turn the handle, but paused and then retracted his hand. Was that a shutter I saw? Just a little tip. Knock before you open the door to any closet on campus.
Really?
Why? Oh, you know, ghost, I guess? That was strange advice, delivered strangely. Jirard was uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what to make of it. He knocked, and then a few seconds later opened the door. Someone was in that closet. I was not expecting someone in that closet. Why was someone in the closet? I'm with Hana on this one. What is he holding? A match, or is that a thermometer? What is? And he's a dark, mysterious man. Whatever. Jirard waved at the person, then closed the door, turning back to me. What just happened? Who? Sorry if he scared you.
What?
That's what I'm saying, Hana. Anyways, that's it for the tour. How was it? Are we just gonna ignore that? Jirard. Whoa, pro Jirard, the finishist. What was that? Okay. Now I'm just a little freaked out. He beamed. I hesitated, but seeing his eye twitch slightly, thought better than to bring it back up. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I learned a lot about the school and about you and your friends. It really made me feel included. No problem. Not at all. I like helping out. I wish I had someone to show me around when I first got here.
Huh.
You have no idea how long it took me to find all the secret tunnels and make a complete map of campus. Secret tunnels?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, Jirard. Oh, Jirard. Yeah, oh man, I've got to show you. Jirard glanced at the clock hanging in the hall and winced.
Oh.
Darn, I gotta get going. I have homework to do, but if you ever need more help, I'm here for you. He got out a notebook and scribbled something down. Then he ripped it out and gave it to me. Here, my phone number, dorm number, address, parents' phone number, email, spacebook, and blipper information. Don't hesitate to ask me anything.
See you
He
later.
really is the completionist. See you later, Hana. It was really great spending time with you. Aww. Just like that, he was gone. I put the paper in my bag, chuckling softly to myself, then paused. I had to check. We were in front of the supply closet the whole time, and I fought the urge to open the door after Jirard closed it. Now I was going to see who was in there. It's fucking nothing. Darkness, imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute horror. Oh, God. The light was off this time. I slid my hand across the wall, looking for the switch, and I flipped it. There was no one in the closet. I froze, still as the paints and construction paper that lined the walls. He wasn't in here, and this was the only exit. Didn't you just listen to Jirard? There's secret tunnels. I closed the door, blinked hard, and walked straight back to my dorm room. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Ignoring the last incident, Jirard truly went out of his way to show he was thinking about me. In fact, I got the impression he was this way for everyone, maybe even everything. He was thorough, very thorough, and when he wanted to help you, he did everything in his power to do so. Maybe it hadn't meant much to him, but it meant a lot to me. I returned to the dorm and crawled into bed with a smile on my face, ready to take on the next day. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost. Mai and I arrived at Poppy Hall the next morning and immediately became clear. Something changed. I wonder if it's all the Jirads on the walls. Posters drenched in nausea-inducing neon colors were plastered on the lockers. Several students gathered to take a look. Oh my gosh. We walked over to one of the walls to get a better look. Is that Jirard? Oh no. When Mai didn't respond, I turned to look at her. An expression on her face told me she... Nah. Oh, sorry. An expression on her face told me that her mind wandered somewhere that would have made a call girl blush. Mai, you're drooling. That seemed to jolt her out of her fantasy. She lifted a sleeve to wipe away the drivel on her chin. I am not. What are these posters for? Well, last year Jirard put on a fashion show. It looks like he's doing it again this year. I didn't know Jirard was into fashion. Mai shrugged. He's not. I waited for some type of clarification.
He's so cute.
One time in biology, I saw him take off his sweater and his shirt kind of got stuck to it and pulled up, and I swear he had like 20 abs. That's not... I waited in vain.
Good morning.
Hello, ladies. Oh no. Mai and I whipped around. There stood Jirard in all his glittering, magnificent glory. Mai's face turned a blushing pink. The most beautiful guy in school. I see her admiring my totally sweet posters. Yeah, they're really something, Jirard. I like your abs. A sudden, soul-crushing realization of what she just said. Her expression twisted into a mixture of horror and disgust. Jirard was unfazed.
Hana?
Thanks, but, Hana, it was actually you I wanted to speak to. Why would he want to talk to me? Yeah, okay. What's up? Jirard looked expectantly at Mai. She didn't move. Realizing she was in trouble, I nudged her with my elbow as subtly as I could.
Hey.
That wasn't very subtle. Mai, would you go get me a soda? I'm really thirsty. Without a word, Mai scuttled away. Jirard turned back to me, a cool glint in his eye. He seemed used to the effect he had on women. I wanted to talk to you about the fashion show, actually. You're new here and all, so you probably don't know. But every year I like to put on a little fashion show to showcase my modeling skills.
What?
Wait, what? You know, just to make sure people don't forget what I'm capable of. He reached into his pocket, pulled out a stack of glossy photos, and thrust them into my hands. I stared down at them in awe. Look at those chins. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I flipped through them, starting to notice a pattern. As you can tell, my beauty is something that simply beauty? My beauty is something that simply can't go to waste. I like to hold a little fashion show here at Asagao Academy to ensure everyone gets their yearly dose of pro Jirard. I flipped to the last photo. Heat shot out my neck and into my ears. Surely this was some kind of joke. I shoved the photos back at him. That's hilarious. Wiping my sweaty palms against my skirt. What does this have to do with me? That might have been a touch rude. Jirard, as smooth as ever, simply smiled. I think you have potential, Hana. He suddenly leaned in close to me, so close in fact that I could smell his cologne, a musky, sweet aroma of earthy scents and... ham? Potential? For what exactly? Jirard shifted, his mouth so close to my ear I could feel its heat. What? For greatness. He reached into his shirt pocket and retrieved a small... How many things does he have in his shirt pocket? He reached into his shirt pocket and retrieved a small slip of paper. With quivering hands, I accepted it.
All right.
My card. My number's on the bottom if you're ever interested. I could teach you a thing or two about modeling. I stared down at the card in my hand, feeling that if I looked away, it would disappear. By the time I gathered the courage to face him again, Jirard was gone. Feeling quite dizzy, I headed for class, the business card strangled to death in my white-knuckled hand. By the time I got through the milling students into the classroom, Mai was sitting at her desk, face down and completely still. I took my seat and twisted around to poke the dejected Mai. Bleh. It's hard to read today for some reason. I took my seat and twisted around to poke the This is what I have to go through every time I do something. There's so much editing. I took my seat and twisted around to poke the dejected Mai-shaped heap. She didn't budge.
Hey.
Mai. Yep, that.
I can't believe this.
I'm such a social disaster. No, you're not. I try to sound comforting, but I was never good at this sort of thing. I finally lifted her head from her desk. What's that? She motioned to the business card that was still in my hand. I sat in front of her. Maya appraised it for a long minute with a blank face, as if I set a rare artifact in front of her that she didn't actually believe was real. Then her eyebrows pulled together. He gave you his number?
Well,
Yeah, sort of. I mean, not really. He said I should call him if I want to. Teach me how to model like him. With his chins. It was embarrassing to even say, and the words felt awkward in my mouth. The moment I said them out loud, I wish I could grab them back and swallow them. I expected Mai to give me a once-over before making an off-the-cuff comment about how I wasn't nearly pretty enough to be a model. But she didn't.
yeah.
He, totally wants to get with you. Her tone was so matter-of-fact, I gaped.
What?
What? No, he doesn't. Why would you say that?
Bingo.
Okay, Anna. I've taken enough sex ed classes to know when a guy fully wants you. And Jirard, fully wants you. Mortified, I snatched the business card off her desk and shoved it in my jacket pocket. Turning away, my cheeks felt like they were on fire. By now, the classroom was filled with students. They chattered amongst themselves, but the white noise of their conversations wasn't loud enough to drown my out. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see John and PBG seated in their desks at the back of the classroom. I'm talking serious grabby hands in the back of the dad's Camaro. I'm just not doing well today. I'm talking serious grabby hands in the back of his dad's Camaro. Here. Ugh, why can't I read today? You're going to make babies with Pro Jirard, Hana. Oh. Little, glittering, Jirard babies. No, no, I'm not. You're totally crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, Miss Shizuka. Miss Shizuka, like some kind of angel, cleared her throat at the front of the... What? Angel clears her throat? What? I exhaled because she broke up the awkwardness. I exhaled gratefully and slunk down to my seat. When class finally ended, Maya and I headed for the cafeteria, the incident forgotten in her hurried attempt to explain Miss Shizuka's scandalous last relationship.
Jerk.
Seriously, he spent all his time trying to choose between her and some dead chick who only liked him because he looked like her ex-boyfriend. What? I mean, who does that? We got our food and hesitated in the middle of the room, looking at the normal boots table. Neither of us wanted to go up and demand a seat, especially after wiggling our way in the day before. What if they changed their minds? But Satch, noticing us standing like lost lambs in the middle of the room, waved us over.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Wow. Wow. I can't. I need to hear that one more time.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Oh, I need some water. Jesus Christ, the voice acting in this game is so good. So good. Okay. I can't.
Hey, girl.
Oh my god. Okay. Whew.
Hey, girl.
I go. Okay. How was class? Oh, you know, normal. Hey, normal boots. Anyway. Satch nodded and turned away, having been in the middle of talking to Josh. That was awkward. Despite how familiarly he treated me, I still didn't know how to talk to him. Or any of them. I looked across the table and locked eyes with PBG, who stared at me like I was a baby German Shepherd. Aww, he has doggies. You. Oh, you. Cookies!
What?
Yeah?
Oh, sick!
Ah, sick! You brought us cookies? You're the best, Jirard. Paul sprang out of his chair and practically tackled Jirard. What? The voice acting is just getting me so hard in this episode. Oh my god. Whoa, calm down. There's more than enough cookies to go around. Well, Jirard started passing the cookies around the table, but paused. You're back again? He looked at Mai and me. I tried to ignore the disappointment on his face. Well, here. He handed us each a cookie, then headed back across the cafeteria. I stared at the small chocolate chips melting in the warm cookie. Did he not want us here? But he was so nice yesterday. I didn't even want to eat the cookie. Not if he was going to be as two-faced as that. Hey! Watch where you're walking next time. A sheepish Jirard stood next to a short, skinny boy who was holding his tray above his head. Why would you hold your tray above? Unless he was holding it after the fact? But then what the heck did he do to make him hold his tray above his head? I'm sorry, I'll be more careful. Oh, you're from Normal Boots. Wait, you're the guy who plays with itty-bitty kitties, aren't you? The boy sneered. How the hell did you manage to get into a group like that? Huh? They're my friends. Playing with those stupid dolls. You're an embarrassment. Jeez. The kid's friends were hitting his shoulders, looking from Jirard to our table with panicked eyes.
I like what I like.
I think they're fun. Whatever. The kid was led off by his friends. Jirard came back and sat down at the table. That was weird. Jirard sat down and began happily munching on his own cookie. Looking for all the world like... What? The phrasing in this game is kind of weird to read. Out loud, at least. Looking for all the world like he didn't even care about what just happened. I scanned the cafeteria for the boy who heckled him and found him sitting alone at a table, head in his hands. His friends left him behind. What was that about? Oh, that? I get used to it. I used to get it all the time. I collect itty-bitty kitty figurines. You know, the kids show with the 5 kittens who live in Kitten Town? Uh-huh. They were originally supposed to have magic powers, but whatever. I collected figurines. They're so cute. So is that supposed to be like My Little Pony? I almost got them all. I'm only missing Princess Pumpernickel. She's the rarest. But why was that guy making fun of you? Doesn't it bother you? I was afraid of bringing up bad feelings, but Jirard just shook his head. It looks kind of weird, right? A teenage boy collecting toys meant for little girls. You're not a teenage boy. Look at that beard. Look at that beard, bro. But I like them, so I don't let it bother me. Sorry I didn't bring enough cookies the first time, Hana. I forgot that you were joining us again. But I'm glad you're here. I bit my lip. See, Hana? He was being nice the whole time, and here you were jumping to conclusions. Hey, your cookie will get cold if you don't eat it. I unwrapped the cookie. Scents of chocolate and cinnamon hit me. Ooh. I broke off a piece and popped it into my mouth. Jirard whispered something into Nick's ear, who started laughing so hard milk came out of his nose. Was he really okay with people making fun of him? I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. At my old school, people made fun of me every day. It was hell. War's hell. There was no way he could just brush it off like that. Not when I tried so hard to do the same. But as I finished the cookie and started on my ramen, and Jirard continued to laugh with the rest of the Normal Boots, I wondered whether it was as impossible as I always thought.
Hana?
Hana? Can you pass me some pepper? Wait, hold on, I need to redo that one.
Hana?
Can you pass me some pepper? I got it. Here, Jirard. Thanks. What's your name again? It's Mai?
Nice.
Thanks, Mai.
Hana!
Well, Hana, ready to head back? Huh? Oh, yeah. Did Mai look sad, or did I imagine it? We threw our trays on the rocks. We threw our trays on the racks and headed out for the cafeteria. Headed out of the cafe. Oh my god, I need to stop. As we waved to Normal Boots and Jirard cheerily waved back. See, I can't read today. A sudden pang hit my stomach. Was it guilt? After class ended that day, Maya said she had volleyball practice and sped off. Thankfully, this time I knew where I was going, so I headed straight back and collapsed on my bed. It was nice to have some time to myself. After everything that happened, it felt like I was going crazy. I can use some relaxation. Let's see. The normal boost guys seem like a really odd bunch, but I don't mind being around them. It's weird that I get so many stares just for sitting with them at a table, but it's kind of nice to be getting people looking at me with interest instead of with hatred. I wonder how long we can keep this up. Why do I have 5 determinant? Whatever, I'll take it. It was nice having... yeah. I didn't have a computer or a TV, and the book Satch gave me was really good, but sometimes a bit hard to read. Instead, I took out my phone and started flipping through the App Store. Nothing really looked good. Wait, what was this? I sat up. Dumby Doom's Revenge? Face off against 3 other players as you catch monsters, raise them, and use their unique skills to aid you on your puzzle-solving quest. Only you can save Meta World from its ignorant king and utter destruction. Now with a single-player campaign, raise crops to feature monsters. If you're lucky, they'll transform into cute girls. What the hell? It looks so stupid, I have to play it. It couldn't hurt to give it a try. I downloaded and started up the game. Welcome to Dummy Doom's Revenge! I skipped the intro sequence and quickly hit single player. Loading. The load times were terrible. Yeah, they usually are on a phone sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah. Suddenly, a cartoonish hilly valley met my eyes, panning over to a white castle nestled next to a cliff. A lazy king lay asleep on a throne when a squat silver soldier ran into the room. King Dummy Doom, quickly, we're under attack! Oh, just send the first battalion off, please. I'm rather tired. The knight left, and the screen faded to a world map showing a horde of black blobs on the right side of the screen. A small group of knights ran up against the blobs and were instantly devoured. One of the black blobs spit out a helmet with a skull inside. What the hell is this game? Games are weird, man. Things continued in this way, with the king setting off his battalions haphazardly, until no one was left. Then the king awoke in his chair and turned to the screen. You! Me? Only you can save my kingdom, please! I don't think I can save your kingdom. You're the one menacing it. How dare you! What the hell? Could this thing hear me? Could this thing hear me? Did I say that? Whatever. You are no longer my advisor. Go back to your home village and let me deal with this myself. What? A tiny sprite with brown hair flew across the world map, bouncing into a bunch of red houses. I guess my only choice is to raise an army of monsters myself, overthrow the king, and then raise an army to fight the oncoming bloopity bloops. How the hell did you come to that conclusion? Finally, I was allowed to play the actual game. A dozen multicolored blocks appeared on the screen. The monsters I was initially given could only hit their corresponding colors and couldn't activate any traps. Supposedly more monsters could eventually learn how to set traps, and you could do certain combos to hinder the opposing team. If you had an attractive girl on your team, she could use an ability to double the rate of your opponent's blocks, or half their clock time. But that had a drawback for you too, and could be used as an asset by the opponent. Not to mention that certain color combinations between girls and monsters activated unique secret abilities, and you could also evolve your monsters and defeat them things. How the heck am I supposed to remember all of this? I failed the first few times, but quickly got the hang of it. It's just about being adaptable and maintaining a flexible strategy after all. My eyes started to hurt and I looked at the time. 8 o'clock? It had been 4 hours? I had reading to do. I grabbed my textbook, flicked my radio on, and began to read. There have been many tales of times when the moon has fallen on other planets, the most popular of these being the myth of Termina. However, these myths have never been proven to be more than a hallucination. Is that Majora's Mask? My eyes blurred over my astronomy textbook and I yawned. The Schubert piece floating from my radio made me want to go to sleep, and I toyed with the idea of going to class without finishing my maybe it's Schubert? I don't know. And I don't care. Who cared how many times the moon was supposed to fall? Especially when time travel was involved. Exactly, right? That's definitely Majora's Mask. Hana! Mai burst into the door, flung herself across the room, and grabbed my radio.
Hey.
Hey, where have you been?
Huh?
What are you doing? Give me a second. We're missing it. Just give me a second. There we go. But I swear the dog was the living worst. That's why you need a bird, like my lovely Jacques. Watch your tongue. What is this? Shh.
Hey.
So, the time has come to make an official announcement. This year, just like every other year, the Normal Boots Club will be participating in the video game tournament.
Yeah.
Woohoo, yeah! As PBG applauded as though he were a crowd of 30 people, I shot a puzzled glance at Mai. I hope you guys will support us again this year, and best of luck to our competitors. You guys are going down! And now for some music. Mai turned on the radio inside. Okay, what did you want? What was that? PB&J. It's PBG and John's radio show. They have a radio show? What do they do on it? Oh, you know, they talk and stuff and play music sometimes. Everyone in school listens to it. I'm so glad you brought your radio. I forgot mine at home. And a video game tournament? Yeah, didn't you hear them talking about it the other day? Which really brings up the question, why do I already have points for the tournament? My game is bugged as shit. No. Come to think of it, I hadn't paid much attention to their conversations. What am I doing? I was too busy worrying about myself. Every year they have a game tournament down at Higanbana Mall. Lots of people come to compete, but everybody knows the real fight is between the Normal Boots Club and the Hidden Block Club. Is that what they do? Video game tournaments? Yeah, that's why nobody's ever joined them since their inception.
Well,
I guess partly they're a group of friends who just happen to make a club together, but also, unless you're really talented, you just drag them down. Ouch. Not all of them are so harsh, but some of them, well... Mai glanced away, but I felt like I knew who she was talking about. That's too bad. The conversation I had before with Jimmy and Caddy came to my mind. Had they really thought I was joining the Normal Boots Club? There was no way. I hadn't played a video game since I was a kid. My father gave me a 4DS when I left home, but... The night before I left home from Asagao, my dad came to visit me in my room. I had packed a few things that I owned to a briefcase in a single cardboard box set to be shipped with the train. I sat and stared at the box, somewhat bitter. I barely even needed it, I didn't own much. Yeah, Dad? My father stood in front of me, a weary smile on his face. Even though he tried to hide it, I could see by the deep wrinkles around his eyes and forehead that he was tired, sad. The past few years had taken their toll on him, and I hadn't eased things. You'll be leaving tomorrow. Yeah. A heavy silence hung between us, filling my childhood bedroom like styrofoam. Are you excited? Yeah. Yeah, I am. He nodded and glanced around my room, at the pale blue walls, the broken clock above my old desk, the scuff marks around the door frame where I ran into it as a kid. I lived in this house almost my whole life. Ever since moving after kindergarten, it was everything I knew. But now, it was too much for me. The decision to transfer to Asagao didn't come lightly. First, it was a prestigious institution with a highly prized reputation. Only the best of the best, touting either great grades, impressive talents, or lots of money could get in. I was none of those things, but I made it in regardless. Part of me suspected I was a charity case. I received a small scholarship, and it would no doubt look good for the academy to have fostered a poverty-stricken child in its walls. And despite the fact that my father couldn't afford it even with the scholarship, he guaranteed he'd support me if I went. That's just a good dad. I looked again at the wrinkles in his face, at his sagging shoulders. He pressed his hands against his body to hide the way he shook. All for me. All for me, he'd be all alone. I'm glad you're going. I think this will be good for you. Yeah, I wish I could say something else, but nothing came. Well, honey, just in case you get homesick, I brought a present for you. A present? From his pocket, my dad produced a shining pink Nintendo 40S and placed it into my hands. For you. But why? How? Dad, this costs so much. You're already killing yourself to let me go. Why would you... Tears spilled from my eyes as my dad smiled. Nothing is too good for you, my dear Hana. His voice was trembling. You're my pride and joy. You deserve so much better than you've gotten from me. Dad. Go to Asagao. Have fun. Make lots of friends. And when you get homesick, you'll play with that. I'll make do. I stood up and hugged him, burying my face in his scratchy sweater and oatmeal smell. I'll miss you. I'll miss you, my little Hana. No. But the thing is, he forgot to give me a cartridge to play with. Now I glanced at the machine hidden behind my desk lamp. Maya watched me carefully. Well, you never know what could happen. What? What do you mean? Nothing at all. But I just got back, so I've got work to do. Work, right. PBG and I still had that project due, and we hadn't met to discuss it at all. He said he had it under control, but I should probably make a backup plan just in case. It wasn't that I didn't trust him, it was just that I didn't trust him. Okay, I didn't trust him. Sighing, I worked out a kink out of my shoulder. It looked like it would be a long night.